solve 2 sine open bracket x plus 50 degrees close bracket plus root of 3 equal to 0 for 0 degrees less or equal to x less or equal to 720 degrees. So that is between 0 degrees and 720 degrees. That's 2 periods of sine function 4 pi. So the best is to solve for this x. 2 sine open bracket x plus 50 degrees plus root of 3 equals 0. So we have 2 sine x plus 50 degrees equals minus root of 3. Then I have sine x plus 50 degrees equals minus root of 3 over 2. Minus root of 3 over 2 is familiar. So the best is to divide both sides by sine. I get x plus 50 degrees equals 1 over sine open bracket minus root of 3 over 2 close bracket. And in indices, 1 over sine is sine to power minus 1 open bracket minus root 3 over 2 close bracket. So that is x plus 50 degrees. Naturally, you could, because this is x, so you could add 50 here, then you have to add 50 there, then you have to add 50 there. But we're not going to do that. So first of all, what does inverse sine minus root 3 over 2 implies? I have seen that before. When you do the equilateral triangle, when you do the exact trigonometry trig ratios. So equilateral triangle, you make that 2, 2, and this length is 2. You bisect that line there. So this is 60 degrees and that is 30 degrees. So using Pythagoras to find the height, you get root 3 over root of 3. So this side is 1, that side is 1. So sine of 60, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Or sine 60 is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so, but let's use the calculator to find it again. We could turn on the calculator, shift sine, because we want the inverse sine. So that's what sine to power minus 1 is called, inverse sine. Let me just write it. Inverse of sine. So, and then you do fraction, because, and minus root of 3. Bring it down to 2 there, and close bracket. So we get minus 60 degrees. Because it's minus there, so you get minus 60 degrees. Right, so now that we know the angle we're looking for, I will not touch that yet. So I would try and solve this question using the cast diagram of all sine function. Right, I've got the cast diagram. Cast say sine, cos is positive, C, all is positive, all the trig ratios, sine, cos, and tangent are positive. Here is sine positive, and here tan is positive. We are looking at sine. Sine is the y values. So because we're using the radius, which is 1 unit radius. So because of that, 60 degrees is, minus 60 degrees is here somewhere. So we could actually, what we need is that, let's say this is 60 degrees. I'm not drawing it to perfection. Right, So that's 60 degrees there, minus 60 there. So if I just extend that up, well, because I'm looking for cos as sine, so that's minus 60 degrees here. But sine is what I'm looking for. And here, that's another 60 there, but if I extend it there, so that'll be another 60 here. I chose this bit here because this is where sine is negative. You see, sine is minus root 3 over 2. So here and here will be where sine is negative, because that's minus 60 degrees. And this is 180 plus 60 degrees, so that'll be 240 degrees. And if you go all the way, so if I start from 0 all the way to there, and that's 240. And also if I start from 0 all the way to there, that would be 360 minus 60, so that would be 300 degrees. So those are the values we're looking for. Why? Because y is negative. Because why? So this value here, if I projected that line down, so that's the y-axis, it's negative, and this is the y-axis as well, it's negative. So that's why I've chosen that. For sine, here is sine is negative here. So this length from there to there is minus root 3 over 2, because that equals sine of a value. This one too is minus root 3 over 2, and that equals sine of a value. So that's why we've chosen these 2 points here. Otherwise, those are positive y, those are positive y. We don't have positive, we got minus root 3 over 2. So we have to check, these are the 2 values we're looking for. Those 2 values, well done, but we need to go from 0 to 720 degrees. So I've gone from 0 to 360. That's what I've done, and that's why I got those. Now I need to then go again from 360 here to 720. So which means I have to go another 0 to 360 plus 240. So that's what I have to do. 360 here plus 240. So that will give altogether 600 degrees. Then if I go again from 0, because that is 360 to 720 now. So if I then go again from 360 to here, that means I'm adding 360 plus 300. So that's 360 now plus 300. So that will be 660 degrees. So those are the values that I need to find my x. But to find the x, I then need to say x equals the value I've got, these values, take away 50 degrees. So I need to take away 50 from there, take away 50 from there, take away 50 from there, take away 50 from there. 50 from there, what does that give me? That gives me 550 degrees. So that's my answer for that one. 50 from there, what does that give me? That gives me 190 degrees. That's the answer for that one. 50 from there, because I'm adding x, 50 to x, I need to take away to make x this object now. So that would be 250 degrees. And 50 from there, that would be 610 degrees. So those are the x values. So that's the answer for that one. So that's using cast the diagram, unit circle. Now we could use the sine function. So if I do that here, so that's a sine there. And the sine function, so if this is my 0 degrees, and sine begins from 0. So that's one cycle. Another cycle. So this is pi, and that's 2 pi, that's 3 pi, and that's 4 pi. So in that case, what I then need, so this height here is +1, and this height here is -1. but I need minus 0.866 because this value here, if you plug that into calculator, you get minus 0.866 and it minus 0.87. So this is minus 0.87 here. Okay, it's not perfect, but as I said, just try to draw a straight line there. So that's minus 0.87. So this one is minus 0.87 here. So the first point here, that point here is 270. So that point here is 240. So that will be 60 plus 180 because pi is 180. Pi is 180 degrees. So that's 60 plus pi, that's 240 degrees. Now this point here is, this is 270 and that's 360. 360 minus 60, 360 minus 60 is 300. So that's 300 here. So that's where that point is, 300 degrees. And then if you go up all the way here, that's 3 pi. 3 pi is 540. So that's 540 degrees. 540 at 60, that would give us 600, right? Because that's 60 there. So that would be 600 degrees. And here is 720. 720 take away 60, that would be 720 take away 60, that would be 660 degrees. So those are the values. And then if we then take away the x values, minus 50, because you will take away minus 50, right? Because you move 50 to the other side of the equation, that would be minus 50. So that would be, so the x value would then become, so that's minus 50. Minus 50 for that is 190 degrees, right? So that's the first answer there, 190 degrees. And the second answer here will be minus 50 degrees, so that would be 250 degrees, right? So that's 250 degrees. This is minus 50 degrees, that would be 550 degrees, yes? And that would be minus 50 degrees, so that would be 610 degrees. So you can see the x values now. Those are the x values we need. The x values are x, let's use a proper pen, x equals 190 degrees, 220 degrees, 250 degrees, 550 degrees, and 610 degrees.